morning, so I just got dressed and quickly decided I am going to go to the shop, so I just need to quickly do my makeup. Just because we need to get some gym supplements like pre-workout and a few other things for my partner. So yeah, this is the outfit I'm wearing, just a yellow skirt and a white top with a jacket. So I'm going to quickly do my makeup and I'll show you what it looks like, and then we're going to go grab a couple of things from the shop. We've had a pretty lazy day. Bub's still sick. He's just down here playing. So yeah, Vlogmas. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what day we're up to now. Like what, 12 or 13? I think it's day 13. Oh my goodness. Yes, day 13. I had to check my phone. Back in with you once I've done my makeup and we're about to head. Okay, so I did my makeup super quick because obviously, yeah, gotta get out and go. So I just put a loose plait in my hair. Just a small amount of eyeshadow, mascara, lip gloss and a BB face cream. So that's the BB face cream that I use. It's not a foundation, it's a BB cream, but yeah, it's like a tinted moisturizer. The Sky High Maybelline mascara, I just used a NYX lip gloss. It's a really old one, come in a pack, and an old palette that I had, the Kali Bible. Eyeshadow palette just to put a smidge on my eyes. So yeah, now we're just going to go out and grab a couple of things, so we'll check back in with you later. Hi guys, so we just got back from going out to the shops. We went to the supermarket and then we went to Nutrition Warehouse, Grey Angle. But I thought it'd be a good time to do a bit of a check-in, maybe like a 6-month little baby chit chat, because we haven't done one of those just yet. And I know that I did want to keep a lot of parenting and pregnancy stuff, and parenting is really important to me, so I want to post like a lot of videos on here and just to help other people. And yeah, I just thought 6 months is a great time to check in. So really we've been through a lot within this 6 months. So he's not quite 6 months, but he's just about, like, I think in about 2 weeks he'll be 6 months. But so far, little man is so responsive to people's faces, very smiley. He loves new people. So we go to the supermarket all the time and just out and about, and people always stop me and they're like, oh, he's such a cute baby, such a good looking baby, which I'm sure everyone gets. But he is adorable. And he always like smiles at them and gives them like the cutest little looks and smiles. He's such a happy baby. Very responsive. He doesn't really like to be left alone too much. Like he did when he was like a little bit younger. We could kind of like pop him down and, you know, he wouldn't mind too much about being left alone. But now that he's hit that like 5 to 6 month mark, definitely does not like to be away from me or his father, especially me more so, because I think I spend so much time with him. So yeah, he's been a little bit more like clingy and just noticing when we're not in the room or when we're walking away from him, it kind of upsets him. We have been using the demand feeding, I guess, technique. So I just feed whenever I feel like he needs a feed, or whenever he's a bit grumpy and might be a little bit hungry. Ooh, you want to sit up? Here we go. Can you see better now? You're a bit wet there. That's all when you're getting all grumpy, huh? Boop, boop. He sleeps in his bassinet. He sleeps in his bassinet at the end of our bed. So that way we can keep an eye on him. The bassinet we picked has breathable sides and all that kind of stuff, so it's definitely very SID safe. And he's always been really good at sleeping in that. So we put him down to bed at 7:30 and he will usually sleep all the way through until about 1 o'clock. He'll usually wake up for a feed at 1 and he'll go back to sleep and stay asleep until about 5:30ish. He would sleep longer, but that's when his dad gets up for work, and as soon as there's noise he kind of wakes up. So yeah, at the moment, at roughly 5 to 6 months, he's sleeping pretty much all the way through the night, almost, apart from one feed. He usually does stir a little bit through the night around 10 o'clock sometimes, so if we put his dummy in his mouth, he usually goes back to sleep pretty easy. So his sleeping's really good. He enjoys having music or some kind of like sounds to go to sleep with. So we usually put on some kind of music or like rain sounds in the background. We've got a Yuki bear, which is really great. We put the red light on sometimes. I used to do that a lot when he was really little, but not so much now. But we still put the music on for him when he falls asleep. So the camera that we have is the, I think it's like the Cuba or QB AI, the bird one. I'll show you. I'll put like a little video in here soon, and I'll show you exactly what it is, and I'll link it down below. But that yeah, we can play sounds through that video camera through the baby monitor. So I usually put on the rain music for him to go to sleep to. That works really well. It gives me peace of mind. I can check in on him all the time, and so can his dad. It tells you when he rolls or when he's moving, when he's woken up through the night. It sets off alerts, so that's really helpful. Milestone wise, at the moment he can roll belly to back, but he can't roll back to belly just yet, but he's getting very, very close. He is scooching along and pivoting on the floor, but he's not really crawling or commando crawling just yet, but he's starting to get in the position to do all of that. Very much loves his toys on his playmat, especially like musical ones that he can put in his mouth, because he is, I believe he's starting to teeth because he's drooling a lot. He's wanting everything in his mouth. So I don't think it's going to be long until he gets some teeth. Food wise, we have been giving him like yogurts and bits and pieces, like really like pureed foods and stuff like that. We also use the Tommy Tippy feeders. I don't know what you call them exactly, but it's like they've got the nets in them that you put the food in, and the babies can like chew that without getting like lumps of food basically. So he enjoys having banana and stuff like that in that. He enjoys a dummy, so he does have a dummy most of the time when he goes to bed. That just helps him self-soothe. What are you doing? What are you doing? Last time we weighed him, he was about 6.3 kilos. He's in 3 zeros in baby clothes at the moment. Oh, camera's not focusing properly. Yeah, so he's in roughly like 3 zeros. Sometimes he's in 2 zeros. It really depends. He loves Miss Rachel on YouTube, and he loves watching like aquariums or anything to do with like fishes and stuff like that on the TV. Nice, relaxing stuff there. I believe that's because he does have a Pisces. I'm just going to pop him down here to play, guys, because he's getting a little bit restless. So let's pop him down on his mat so he can play. There we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, but he loves any of the like nursery rhymes, kids TV shows, but Miss Rachel's his favourite, and yeah, he does like watching the ocean and the fish, yeah, and aquariums and stuff like that. Again, I was about to say, I think that's because he's a Pisces moon. But yeah, he definitely loves those kind of water sounds and like that relaxing kind of side of things. He enjoys books too. I try and read to him almost every day. He really likes the pictures and the painting in The Hungry Caterpillar. I think it's because of the bright colours, but yeah, he just loves facial expressions and sounds, and he likes being talked to. He's a very chatty baby. Like he babbles a lot and makes a lot of sounds. I swear he said mum a few times. I even have a couple of videos, but doesn't talk very often if he is actually talking. It could just be random sounds that he's kind of copying or making, but I'm just going to take it as the fact that he's already said mum. He enjoys being like stood up and holding onto our hands and like taking steps. He likes to hold onto the edge of like tables and his walker. So that's really great. I think that's like, you know, showing that he's got the motivation to start walking soon, hopefully. What other updates can I give you about him at the 6-month mark? So we talked about, you know, sleeping patterns, his toys, interactions. But yeah, he does plenty of tummy time, and like obviously, like, you know, he pivots around and moves around the mat quite easily. He's happy to lift up his head and stay on his tummy for a while. He did hate tummy time quite a lot. I think around the 3-month mark, we started putting him on his tummy in front of the TV, and he started lifting his head up more around then. Before that, he would really only go down for really short bursts of time on his tummy, and he would just cry and cry and cry. But around the 2.5 to 3-month mark, we just kind of was like, oh, he's kind of interested in the TV. And I know that kind of probably sounds bad, but we just really wanted him to get the strength in his neck, and that kind of helped him because it was something obviously that he was interested in. Also putting books in front of him on the floor, that helped him lift his head up a bit more with tummy time, so that worked really well. But now he's quite happy to be on his tummy on the floor and play around, and he pivots around the mat to pick up different toys and all those sorts of things, which is really great. But other than that, like, he's a very, as I said, very chatty, noisy, bubbly baby, and we're just really enjoying the time with him. He's grown so much, you know, and I can't believe we've had him, you know, for 6 months, and just watching him grow has been absolutely amazing. And I can't wait for him to hit the other milestones, like, you know, talking properly and walking, crawling, and all those fun things. But I say that now, once he's moving around and getting into everything, I'm probably going to be ripping my hair out. But he's such an easy baby, he's such a chill baby. We take him to events and places with our friends all the time, and he's really happy for other people to hold him. He's usually really well behaved whenever we go out. The only time he gets a little bit cranky and fussy is if he's hungry and there's like no way that I can kind of feed him, because I am breastfeeding, so sometimes it's a little bit harder if we haven't got a bottle with us, or, you know, if it's not appropriate for me to breastfeed. And the other times are like B, when he's tired. So, you know, once it starts to hit that 7 o'clock, 7:30 mark, if he's not in bed, then he starts to get really restless and tired, because I've got a routine with him and he knows, like, that's bedtime. So I don't stick to a certain time when I give him a bath or read him a book, but I do try and bath him every second day, every second day, and I try and read him a book every day. He enjoys going for walks with the dog, so I put him in like the little baby carrier. I don't know what they're actually called, but we walk around the block and stuff in that. He usually enjoys that. Yeah, he also has started getting an interest in the animals when they're moving around and stuff like that, so he tries to like pat them or touch them as they walk past, which is really sweet. He's quite easy to get to go down for his naps through the day, so at the moment I think he usually goes down for 3, sometimes 4 naps through the day. Usually they're anywhere from half an hour to like an hour and a half, his naps, but generally they're closer to an hour if there's no distractions, or if we're not out and about. If we're out and about and stuff, when we're in the car and going places, you know, he might only nap for like half an hour. But yeah, generally he'll have a nap at about 9:30, 10ish, and, you know, about lunchtime, and about 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and sometimes, you know, about 5:36 he might have another quick nap, and then he goes down to bed at 7:30. Food-wise, as I said, demand feeding. He has a little bit of like coconut yogurt, like strawberry coconut yogurt. We've tried him with different fruits and stuff like that, and pureed veggies, which he's been enjoying. So we've been slowly integrating that into his diet. He does like to contact nap through the day, but that's only been since he's been kind of sick and started like kind of teething. He's just been a little bit harder to put in his bassinet through the day and get him to sleep that way. But generally we sit him in his bassinet even awake with his dummy and some music on, and he will self-soothe and go to sleep. But yeah, just recently it's been a little bit harder. He's just wanted that contact napping and to be close and being held. But still sleeping really well overnight though. As soon as he goes in that bassinet at 7:30 at the moment, he usually will go straight to sleep without any problems and stay pretty much asleep if we don't make too much noise when we go to bed. Yeah, so sleeping well, eating well, you know, happy, lively baby. So we're super lucky. He's had, he's like 4 month and 6 months, 2 months, 4 months and 6 month needles or whatever they are. He's had all of those. Well, 6 months ones he hasn't had yet, but they've been booked in. But he's had his 2 months and his 4 months one, and we've booked him in for his 6 months needles. So he went quite well with all of those. He got a little bit tired after them, but that's pretty normal. Like, you know, the vaccines do make them a little bit tired and unwell. But other than that, he did really well with them, which was good, because I was a bit nervous about them and like how he'd react, because a lot of people say that their babies get really upset and like cry a lot. So I was a bit nervous about that, but that all went really well. We've only really spent, as in my partner and I really only spent like 2 times we've had someone look after him where we've spent time away from him, and they were just when we went on little dates to the movies. So my partner and I, when we just wanted to have a date night or date afternoon, and we went to the movies twice, and my brothers watched him. And then recently I had a hen's day where I had to stay 2 nights away, where my partner was watching him by himself, but obviously he was still with his dad, so it's not like he was away from us for the whole night or anything like that. So yeah, slowly we're starting to get him used to being with other people, but we still don't want to be away from him too much. But he has had a little, yeah, a couple little days where he spent time with his cousin and his uncle, which was really nice. Yeah, I think at this stage now I'm just kind of like rambling, because I'm just trying to think what else is worth like telling you guys and talking to you guys about. But I think that's pretty much everything for his little checkups, like his little check-in, I should say, 6 month check-in. Other than that, yeah, we're really lucky and we're really enjoying it, and we're looking forward to giving him a sibling one day soon. But for now, we are just enjoying the time that we have for him, with him, and we just want to give him as much love and attention as we can. So right now, everything is really great, and hopefully when we do our next check-in, he'll be walking and maybe even talking by then. So we'll try and keep you guys updated as much as possible. And I'm sure you guys would have seen some little snippets and videos of him in the Vlogmases that we've been doing anyway, which you know, there's been some of him at the park and stuff like that, so playing with his friends, so Annabelle, which is really cool. So we hope you guys enjoy it, and we hope you had fun with this little Vlogmas. And if you did enjoy it, give us a like and a thumbs up, and keep up to date with our other Vlogmases that are coming out. And this is our cat, oh, Beerus. That's our dog, but this is our cat, Beerus. Hi, Puss. It's Eclipse, and we've got Charlie over there on the couch. Yeah, say hi everyone. Say bye and thanks for watching. Yes.